want to give a shout out to Woodson Whiskey. The show is sponsored by Woodson Whiskey. If you haven't tried it, go get that bottle today. Ladies and gentlemen, it's an honor for me to have Raider Kush in the house. What up, fam?
What up? What's going on with you, man? How you doing, fam?
Man, I'm doing great, man. It's an honor to have you on the show, especially that you're doing your little workout right now, man. You see me, I'm trying to get this weight loss journey, and you are one of the pioneers for me to motivate me and also to start vlogging my weight loss, man.
Bro, I tell you what, man. First off, you look like $1,000,000. You know what I'm saying? So keep doing what you're doing. Whatever you're doing is working. So if it's watching me, if that's that spark, like I just want to make sure that you understand that, bro. Like you're doing great, man, and you're gonna affect a lot of people as well too. So that's what it's all about. You know what I'm saying? I heard this thing from Gary V that got me motivated. He just said, put the camera in front of you and just do you. Don't change yourself. Let people criticize you. Let people do whatever, praise you, love you, hate you. But just put the camera in front of you. Do what you do. And bro, you just keep doing what you're doing because somebody's going to catch up to it and see it. So salute to you, my guy.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. Honestly, I started I just started this journey November last year on with podcasts and just making some funny ass content on TikTok, and I went in there just talking shit, and then
Yeah,
you
likewise.
you came across on YouTube and started following you, and then inspired me to say, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and I could do this Raider content, but I could still do this weight loss and inspire other people, man.
Those definitely for you guys. How you doing? Good. Dog looking good. Yeah, have a good. Oh man, look at that feather. Look at that. Hey, I'm about to hold on to that one. Hold up. Wow, that was good timing. So yeah, bro, I heard everything you said.
Mhm.
I got my start the same way. I honestly, bro, like mine was a couple of things. It got started with I got into an argument with a Niner fan that was a close friend of mine that I used to play football with, you know what I'm saying? And, really close guy. And it didn't really come to a full boil until the Niner game last season when we had Stidham. And man, I had everything on the line with that one. And he made me so mad. Like me and him were going back and forth at it. So I was like, you know what? It's time to get on YouTube. Another couple things was, you see how like there were channels that were constantly pushing for money. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, damn, I felt like I was like down on the Vegas Strip, where people be having those little cards, and you
Yeah.
pass out. I felt like it was that. Like every 5 minutes, it was like, hey, 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 hey. So I got tired of it, and I got on TikTok like you. I started making videos of just random, things that it helped me with to be able to process it, just to be able to make a little joke, and didn't think anybody would watch it. And then I wanted to talk about it, so I started a little podcast. Didn't get many, many views at first until I started talking to, I found my niche audience. You know what I mean? And it was like, well, what do I like to do? I like to work out. How does that fit in with Raider shit? I don't know, but it's the off season, and I know when we have a bad off season, I usually go ham on my workouts because I think about when I get ready to start this next season. I'm like, I'm with them boys. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
I'm fully invested. So when I train, I get my mental straight, I get my body straight, and hopefully that little bit of energy that I can provide can be able to help our team out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that because I actually started right a week before the 49ers play the Raiders on and the reason I got started because my cousin, she's married to some dude that does
Okay.
media for the Lakers, right?
Okay.
And
Okay.
yeah, and I had my Twitter, and every time we fucking lost or the Raiders lose, I go in there and just talk shit about my Raiders, and then they were like, "Hey man," they were like, you should start a TikTok because you got some funny content. You talk a lot of shit."
Yeah. Yeah.
So I started the TikTok against the Niners, and that week it just went crazy. Man, I fucked around and got in a bet and lost and put out a 49er jersey because I fucking opened my mouth. And
Yeah.
but it took off. But at the end of the day, man, yeah, shit. I think like 80% of the Raider fans are fat as fuck. So I mean, I'm gonna be
Yeah.
real. We gotta
Hey,
jump
man,
on
for
it because
real. Yeah, that's facts, bro. Spit your shit, man. See, I mean, that's the 100% facts about it. Is like when I'm looking at arguing with this punk ass Niner fan, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking at him and I see him, he got a little, he basically a shape weight gangster. You know what I'm
hmm
saying? He trying to act hard. He don't really do nothing. He took a picture in front of the Planet Fitness. I'm like, motherfucker, get out there and motivate somebody. Go show them how
yeah,
fast you run your mile. Go do some push-ups. Go show somebody what the fuck you doing, and then come back to me. Because I went to the Niner Stadium in Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, not San Francisco or whatever it is, Santa,
yeah,
whatever it is. I go out there and I'm the only Raider fan in the stands, right? I'm by myself and everybody's giving me shit on Veterans Day. I'm a veteran on
yeah,
Veterans Day. So it was a TikTok that had to be made, which I'm still working on. I think I'm gonna have to come up with that idea now. And it was Veterans Day, so if they were hating me, they also were like, "Man, thank you for your service." So,
yeah,
so we sit down, and there's this dude, this obese, like super obese Niner fan. He starts crawling up the steps, and he comes up. He's like, "What's good, everybody?" But fuck that Raider fan. I'm like, "Okay, cool, bro." I'm like, "It's all good, man." I'm like, "But look, bro, you come over here with that bullshit." I said, "I saw you walking up those steps, bro." I was like, "You better do some push-ups or something before, because I'm gonna make sure you're gonna earn it. So don't start no shit." So that motivated me because I'm like, you know what? If the shit really does go down, how many Raider fans can I depend on that's gonna have that cardiovascular
hmm
fortitude to keep up with me? You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
it's an army. I got an army mentality, and that's the way that I think we should all have to live our life. Because I want to make sure that we're extending our lives to watch these games with our families and shit. So the worst part about it is how many Raider fans have you seen that have been sick, have been going through some shit, and you see them, you're like, bro, you know what I'm saying? You're doing X, Y, and Z, and nobody's telling them that because they're watching it and enjoying it and doing the same thing. So it's like, I want to be that change. I want to be that one that does something a little bit different.
yeah, man. That's real talk, man. Because I mean, it's not just Raider fans, but NFL fans in particular, man. That alcohol is just fucking going crazy. That beer shit. You know what? Look, I shout out to everyone that drinks. I have nothing against that. I'm about to be 9 months sober, fam.
Wow.
Nine
Salute to
nine
you,
months.
bro.
Yeah, 9 months sober. This 26th June,
That's
and
amazing.
I'm trying to lose, man. But hopefully by the season, I'll probably be down 50, 60 pounds, man. I'm trying to go hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like I said, look, there's a lot of sensitive ass motherfuckers on the internet. And when it comes to like football, it's all fun and games. They can't admit it, but look, I'm
Yep.
I'm a fucking fat ass. I've been a fat ass a while, but I'm trying to change that shit and have and motivate another person on the internet like you did to me, just on vlogging and putting that camera on me and show people like, all right, look, this is what the fuck I'm eating. I'm fucking just drinking water. I'm doing whatever it takes to lose weight and just motivate some people, man. Especially these Raider fans, man. Come on, we gotta jump on this.
Bro, for real, man. I mean, it's the off season. It's like, what the fuck else you gonna do? You gonna sit there and watch highlight tapes of Bo Jackson? That's cool. Watch it while you get your walk on. I listen to Kobe Bryant talking, CT Fletcher. I listen to Al Davis speeches. I listen to all. This is my time to rewind. And what I'm
hmm
gonna do is watch the whole 2022 season all over again, game by game, while I work out. So I'm a big believer in making sure that you make your time, worth your value. So if I'm gonna do something and I'm like, all right, I got a 2 hour block, I'm gonna work out, watch my Raider content, get smart about it. So that way I'm not just watching somebody else's content and biting off of it. I'm getting my
Right.
information. And then I have days where I just, it's all about planning your day out, your workout, your week, and then your month. And the macro becomes, it comes from the micro. So I do a
Yeah.
lot of that, and I'm a big believer in that. So that if you're talking about you want to lose like 50, 60 pounds, like you said, the first thing you did was start watching what you ate, right? And
hmm
seeing what type of fuel it is, seeing if you a diesel, if you unleaded, you know what I'm saying, what type of fuel you work off of. And so once you do that, then it's all about maintaining and losing off of those calories that you need to be able to maintain you every day. the micro stuff. You know, how do you eat your food? Do you really need that barbecue sauce? Can you put some,
Hmm.
X, Y, and Z in replace of this in your coffee? Or can you just drink the coffee straight up? And then when do you work out? And so, like
Yeah,
right now, I'm down since I got on here and started recording. It's been about almost 3.5, 4 months. I've lost almost 20 pounds myself.
there you go.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm telling you, bro, it's the fasted cardio in the morning, getting it in when you first wake up, just getting out there, throwing your shoes on, and just doing that cardio for 20 minutes, whatever it is, be it jumping jacks or burpees or a walk or run, 20
Yeah.
minutes at least, and you'll see a difference, big difference.
Yeah, so when I started this June 1st, so we're 19 days now in, I
Okay,
was about 306 pounds. I'm down 15 pounds right now, man, in 19 days.
bruh,
And
bruh.
but I cut that shit cold turkey, man. Like my lifestyle was eating late
Right,
as
right.
fuck, 10, 11 o'clock at night, Jack in the Box runs and all that
That's
shit.
me. Hey, hey,
And even
I was a two taco. I was a two taco and a chicken fajita pita,
yeah,
maybe a little, what I'm saying, maybe a little barbecue or bacon burger or whatever, and I was good, man.
yeah. So but my shit consisted of maybe 5 to 6 soda cans a day and Red Bull. And then I love candy so much, man. And then us Mexicans, we like that fucking pan dulce sweet bread, you know what I mean?
I love that shit.
We
I
we
got
out
I
that
got one
shit.
I got one all over the place, bro. Like I love that shit, man. That's my favorite stuff with a coffee in the morning. Oh
Yeah,
my
god
god, bro.
damn. Yeah.
Woo,
But
man.
I've been drinking black coffee for about 15 years now. So black coffee, it's all good with that. But
Okay.
I cut everything completely. And even though like I tell my family, they can't see that I've lost weight, but I feel it. I'm wearing shirts that I wasn't wearing before. I get to
Yeah.
see you know what I mean? So I get to see like the change, but it's a slow process. Um, so hey man, shout out to you for motivating people
You as well,
and
bro.
now
That's a
yeah,
tip.
and now let me flip the script here, man.
Yeah,
How
yeah.
long you been a Raider fan, and when did you become a Raider fan? Just tell me your process about that.
Out the mom's womb, out my mama's womb. I was anointed a Raider. My baby pictures are in Raider clothes. I was born a Raider. My mom's was a Raider. My mom was a one of the first female Black Panthers, right? And she's also a hardcore Raider fan. When she talked about the stories of Kezar Stadium and how it was shared in Candlestick and things like that when they ended up moving. So she shared a lot of the history of it behind as much as she could from a single mother's perspective.
Right,
From there, I just, all of my family has been split either between the Niners and Raiders. The majority of us are Raiders, and we got one Broncos fan, which I don't know what happened with him, but he liked Terrell Davis. He was a big fan of Terrell Davis, so he went with
yeah,
that. Yeah, so shout out to him. But no, man, I was born a Raider. I've been in it going on. Hopefully I can be able to hit this 40, 45, 50 year mark here soon. So I mean, my kids are Raiders. They were born in Raider colors. Um, it's just the way that I wear it every day. Wherever I'm going, people know, like, oh yeah, there he
yep,
is. That's the guy that wears the Raider hat. Yeah, all right, cool. And they know where I stand. And now, it depends on how you speak with people, but other fans will come up and try and talk to me and ask me questions about stuff, and I'm like, yeah, everyone wants to know about Garoppolo right now. So I'm like the resident dude. Every time I wear a Raider hat, they want to know about Garoppolo.
yeah. So, I mean, well, shout out to your mom, man, to be one of the original Black
For
Panthers,
sure.
man.
Yep.
Today, Juneteenth, man, it's a big day,
Absolutely.
and
Absolutely.
so what a great time to talk about
Yep.
that right now.
Yeah, man.
And
Appreciate you.
yeah, for sure. So are you out here in California?
No, I'm in the Pacific Northwest, bro.
Pacific Northwest. All right, all
Just
right.
just north of you. Just north of you. Right shy of Canada. Right between California. So I go between Oregon, Washington, but I love it out here, man. It's mostly Seahawks country. So I'm happy this year because we got the dub. So now I used to get shit from a lot of Seahawks fans. Now nobody says anything to me when I wear my Raiders shit. They're just like, Oh yeah, what's up, man? You know,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
go about their business. They
Hey,
like,
man, you know
I
what?
want
I'm trying to. As far as I got up north in California is Redding, but
okay.
I'm trying to get to Oregon, man. It's beautiful. I've seen a lot of pictures. I heard stories. So Oregon is beautiful, and also Seattle. So hopefully,
Yeah.
I'll go out with the wifey this year out
Oh
there and
yeah, man.
visit.
Tap in with me. Tap in with me, man. I'll show you around, man. There's so much stuff to see. Like if you like watching like just like the great outdoors, like if you like to go fishing, if you like to go hunting, or just hiking and just having, a good little time with yourself and going hiking and taking the wife up there, the dog, take the family up there. It's shit like that that you can do. But there's also stuff where like if you want to go bar hopping, you want to go to like the top restaurants, if you want to
Hmm.
go to water parks or music parks, we have all that shit too up here too. But
Yeah, yeah.
everything is within close proximity, which I like,
So, shit. Talking about Seattle, Josh Jacobs. We couldn't have got that win without Josh Jacobs.
bro.
What do you think? What's your take on that?
Bruh. I'll just tell you like this. I appreciate my Seahawks fans so much because I didn't say a word to them. And I said, actually, I take that back. I said a half of a word one time. And I just said, Josh, or I just said, JJ. And my Seahawk called me, was like, man, hey, I'm like, hey, I'm just saying, bro, just saying. So it I think one, if I'm living off of the past, which is now crazy to think that 2022 season was the past, I'm like, man, pay JJ. Like he deserves it off of that play right there. Like that was
Right.
a game winner. That can show you right there. He could yield his strength to be able to beat a team. And only person I've seen like that, well, there's two people I've seen like that since is Derrick Henry in his absolute prime and beast
Hmm.
mode
Yep.
when he played against the damn Saints.
Hmm. Yeah, that's for sure. But yeah, it's a lot of drama going on. We're from the outside looking in. I mean, other people have more sources to know about what's going on. But I figured since they changed his number already, man, he's gonna stay. They just gonna have to figure out something.
Yeah, I think he stays, man. I hope that he is a Raider for life. And I wouldn't wish anything else on him. You know what I mean? Like I lived through the Khalil Mack era, the Charles Woodson era, and even the John Gruden shit that went down. And
Hmm.
this seems to be the mo of our SOP that would happen in the past. So now it's time for us to be able to. If we're talking about cutting everything out that was the way that we would do things previously that we didn't like, this may be the time to show a good faith effort to Raider Nation and get JJ signed or have JJ at least happy. The word with it that comes to mind is capitulation, you know, and that's like where you do something, but you wince at it. You're like, I don't really want to do it, but all right, this ain't a bad deal. Like both sides just have to capitulate to it. And that's the way I feel right now is they have to give a little bit. Somebody got to give a little, and then they got to give a little as well.
Yeah, I feel like once we get that done, we we gonna be different than and shut a lot of people's mouth, man. I have a feeling that the Raiders are gonna take off this year, man, and because the offense, man, we got all cylinders to like to really do this. I'm really hoping the defense be it's just if the defense is a little bit better than last year, we're gonna be all right, man.
100%.
And and one guy that I'm gonna be rocking all year, I said that shit on one of my posts. I want
Who's
to
that?
wear Max Crosby's jersey all fucking season long, bro. Max Crosby is the man. Max Crosby's on a mission, and he's gonna motivate this defense, man. And that's a Raider right there, brother.
I tell you what, I've seen a lot of self development in people that I look up to, like leaders, right? And you look at even, your sponsored morning, you look at your sponsored brand, Mr. Woodson, and what made him great. Like we knew that he had the greatest talent in college football at the time coming out of Michigan. There was no doubt about that. He could play either side of the ball. What made him great and what makes all other even just individuals, if you're the garbage man, if you're a book writer, if you're a waitress or waiter, what makes you great is not your physical attributes, because once you figure out your physical attributes, that's one thing. The next part is your mental. And what I'm seeing from Max is the same thing that I saw with the progression of Charles Woodson is he had to leave, which unfortunately I don't want that to happen to Max by all means. But Charles left. He got his mental right. He started to see what that picture really looked like, and he mind mapped it and came back and he made himself an all-time great Raider. Now,
Mm-hmm.
I think that Max is on the fast forward process, the advanced course of that, because he has some really good mentors in the house right now. So I like to see that he has a physical. He showed that, and how you doing? And I think that after that, that's every person's progression. It's like if you're the best post office worker and you're cranking out, 1,500 letters in an hour or whatever it may be your standard, and they're like, damn, Jerome over there is killing it. The next part is your mental. How can you be able to train the next guy to be better? So that way you have the whole post office that's gonna be cranking that shit out, or you got the next all the other Raider guys are on your D line. It's gonna be great. So the one thing that Kobe Bryant, which is what Max, he says that he studies a lot and he looks up to. One of Kobe Bryant's greatest quotes that I go off of is, "Don't watch what I do, but watch how I do it." And
Mm-hmm.
it's all in the blueprint of what Kobe did. Is what I'm seeing that Max is taking and adopting it into his mental now, which is
Yeah, you
what.
see, you seen this before?
No, sir. No, sir. I have not. Well, salute. Hey, like minds, right? Like minds. Like
That's
minds.
right. Yep.
Absolutely. Bro, I could tell you a Kobe story that'd have you in tears right now, and I won't do it to you unless you want me
Yeah.
to. I
Nah.
won't that'll be another episode. But
Yeah, for
the,
sure.
the but the mental capacity for, and I'll finish with that, is the mental capacity is that, that's the next step for human progression. Is once you get the physical down, then you start working on, your mental aspect. And then from there, you start working on the rest of your group and the rest of your team, and you show them the blueprint. So I think Max is at a point to where he's writing his own blueprint now. He watched the blueprint, he studied it, he built his own, and now he's able to build other people's mental and their progression
Yeah,
as a
man.
player.
I think I, I I I just think I just saw recently ESPN have us winning 4 games, man.
That's okay.
And I know, and it's all good because shit. Last year they had us winning 9, 10 games, and we fucked around and only won 6. So,
Yeah.
uh, but at the end of the day, man, I've been asking this question.
Hmm.
I don't care about the whole season. I just want to know the first 3 games. I want to know your opinion. What are we going to be when we start? Because we're 2 games are away. What's going to be our record after 3 games?
Remind me of those 3 games. Let's see. Which we got. We have
We
Denver,
open, we away. First game
and
is
then
away versus the
Pittsburgh is the
Broncos.
third. I think Pittsburgh's the third, right? Or is that
Pittsburgh's
our
the
fourth?
third. No,
Okay.
Steelers is at home. That's our game opener at home.
Okay, that's week 3.
Yep.
Okay, and then what's in the middle between the Steelers and the Broncos?
Bills.
The Bills. Okay. Um,
Add Bills.
at the Bills. Okay. Okay. So look, man, the Broncos is going to be the team that is probably going to be the most improved going into later on into the season. I still
Hmm.
think they're going to have some glitches that they got to get out. But look, MC, whoever else is going to watch this, Raider Nation, the Broncos are reloading. They've gotten a lot better. They're looking for us, and they requested to play us on this Monday night game. They want to show their Broncos country or whatever they call themselves. They want to show the national media that they have a new coach, they have a new system, they have a dude that stole our playbook and our system that is going to give it to this little child or this man genius over here in Sean Payton, and he's going to try and cook up something with Russ to whoop our ass. So we got to be hyped up for this one. This is going to be one where we got to have a lot of energy for, and we got to go out there and we got to outmatch them on intimidation factor, physical ability, and just it's going to be a gut punch. So
So
I think it's going to be,
that Raiders game versus Broncos is at the 125 game.
yeah, right, right. Okay, got you. So I think we're going to get that dub. Um, I think that we're going to show up and knowing what I'm seeing from Max Crosby with studying Kobe and how him and Rob Leonard both are matching their energies with their affinity of Kobe. I think they're going to take
Hmm.
their same affinity in film and they're going to show all the bullshit that is going on with the Broncos and how they want to whoop our ass and how they requested to play us on Monday night. They are on Monday, afternoon or whatever. So
Yep.
if that's the case, then hey, bring it on. I think we're gonna get that dub. The Bills game is gonna be a tough one. I think Stephon Diggs is great athlete, great player. I think our cornerbacks are going to be able to shut him down. They got that big fella too that's on the other side. So it's going to be a good matchup. They also have a good rookie tight end, I believe, too. So I think we could possibly take that dub. I did have that one as a loss previously, but the
Hmm.
changes in what I'm seeing from the coaching staff and what I'm learning, I like it a lot. So I think they'll take that dub. Uh, and then against the Steelers, we own the Steelers. We should have won that one
Hmm.
last year. It was embarrassing to lose. And I see why we made those changes. And I think that we have that game circled, and we've had it circled since we've lost. And you saw all the breakdown that happened afterwards. And
Yep.
I think that we're going to have that game circled. What I like now is the continuity of our defense and our coaching staff. So we'll come in year two and we'll have a plan to be able to whoop on them. They have film of us, we have film of them. So I think we can come out there and beat them on all the courts.
Man, that's it. 3-0 to start the season will be fucking great, man. But
Mm-hmm.
that's what I had too. I think I mean, I think we'll beat the Broncos and then we'll take that dub just because we'll have more the Raiders will have more they'll be more together with that system with Josh McDaniels, and the Broncos will be really that will be the first game trying to
Right.
get together. And then I had the Raiders losing against the Bills, but in a close one, so it could be up in the air. It could be
Mm-hmm.
one of those heartbreakers, or we could just take that dub. And yeah,
Yep.
man, we could be 2-1 or 3-0 for the first three games. So
Yep.
yeah, that'd be great. So Raider Kush, man, where's that Kush from?
Man, it's two parts. So one is to, of course, that is cannabis. So I work in cannabis nationwide. What I do in my personal stuff, but I work in that field. I'm like, and I'm a aficionado of cannabis. I
There you
think I'm a
go.
big believer that it helps with your mental if you don't abuse it. And Kush is one of the first strains known to mankind. It comes from, if people know what Kush actually means, it's an African uh, continent, and it's next to Egypt. Uh, the Kushites, they were the ones that provided all the gold for the Egyptians, and so they were also building tombs in the land of Kush, and they actually have about 10 times the amount of tombs in Kush than they do in Egypt. So it's an unknown place. And in their tombs, they had strains of cannabis, different strains of cannabis in their tombs, in their hands, and different, bowls and stuff like that. So, um, like I said, I'm aficionado of it. It's the one adjective or verb I could find that would, fit that just perfectly so I could be able to, just explain who I am in one or two words, And if
That's right.
people look at it on just the stoner means, they'll say, oh, yeah, it's just a stupid stoner, Kush, whatever. And if they look at it and look a little deeper, they'll realize, maybe did he put that together? Yes, I did. I thought about that as well, too, the other side of what Kush means,
Yeah,
too.
that's hard, man. That's hard. That's dope. And thank
Thank
you
you.
for sharing that. Thank you for
Yeah.
sharing the logo. The logo is hard too, man. The
Yeah,
logo.
man. Thank you, bro. I'm working on another one, man. Speaking of logos, bro, your logo. Oh my gosh, man. Shout out to Nation's Most Hated, bro. For real.
Yeah.
My gosh, he hooked
Yes,
it up, man.
I'm gonna fuck around and get that tatted, man.
You
Yeah.
should, bro. You should. That that
Yeah.
that fits you perfectly, man. It does. It really does.
Yeah. I like the two microphones that look like swords, like the Raider
Mm-hmm.
thing, and then the headphones on the
Mm-hmm.
skull. Fuck yeah, it's hard.
Bro is talented, man. He really is, man. He's a good dude. Very, very good dude.
Yeah, man. So, hey, man, shout out to the Raider Nation who tuned in today. If you don't
Yes,
follow
indeed.
Raider Kush, let us know where they can follow you, your social media platform.
Man, I'm on YouTube under Raider Kush, Instagram, Raider Kush. Let's see, TikTok, Raider Kush. Everything is just at Raider Kush. If you want to go for some funnies with a little bit of like workout knowledge thrown in there and some Raider news, go to TikTok. If you want to go see articles, You can also find me on the RaiderRoom.com under Raider Kush. Um, and if you want to see workouts and just grinding every day, talking about, how to lose weight, how to get muscle, how to make money, how to do whatever, and Raider News, Raider Kush on YouTube.
That's right, man. So, hey, man, I just want to thank you once again. It was an honor to have you on the show. This is
Mhm.
episode 4 on season 2 with the MC Radio Show. Follow us on Spotify. Follow me on YouTube. Subscribe, and let's get this thing going, man. Thank you once again, Raider Kush.
Yes,
And
sir. Thank you.
we are out. Peace.